Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a shorter one, but it's involving something that I had to look up the other day, so I thought it might be worth making a quick little video about. Maybe some of you will come across this in the future, so I thought, why not do this? I've been wanting to make more videos regularly. My last one was on May 17th, and now it's almost been a month since then, so I'd like to make at least a few a week and kind of get that ball rolling again. I've been noticing there's a lot of new subscribers to the channel. 16 the last 28 days, so thank you those of you that are subscribed. If you haven't, be sure to go ahead and hit that. So I am going to show you how to change the background of an element in the code behind. Because you guys probably know, if we have, let's say our parent element is a stack panel here. And let's say I have another stack panel and its height. Let's make its height like 200, something like that. And you can see the outline right here. Looks like it's about half because the height's 450, but it has the outline right here. And you know, I'm sure you guys are well aware, if we wanted to change the background color, come on, my spacebar on this keyboard has suddenly broke. And if you want to help a brother out, don't forget to subscribe and like so I can afford that keyboard. I don't know why subscribing and liking equates to me affording something, but pretend that's true. Anyway, we can set the background in the element like that. And I'm going to change it to aqua just so you can see it that way. And I'm sure you're well aware of this. However, you might want to change it in the code behind. And that was the question I had. When I was at work, and I'm like, I can't remember. I thought I did it before, and it's not actually as easy to guess as you would imagine. So let's just call this stack panel background, or stack panel, not stack panel. Let's call this main stack panel or something like that. Okay, and then in our code behind, let's go ahead and delete all of these functions that we had for my last video, which I talked about uploading a photo and setting it as like a preview of that photo. Check that out if you haven't already. So I already forget what I what I named it. Okay, main stack panel. So let's say when we click a button, it's going to turn a color. So below the stack panel, let's go ahead and create a button. And I'm going to enlarge this. I got a comment a while back. It's a little hard to see sometimes, and I don't realize that because I have a, was it 28 inch, 27 inch? I don't remember monitor, so it looks good to me. But of course it varies on your screen. So I'm gonna go in a little bit, and we're gonna put a button. Okay, and let's give it a name as well. Let's call it color button. And then let's give it a click event and a new event handler. So it's created a new event handler for this button. And where did it put this button is the question. It doesn't like that. There it is. Okay, so we need some kind of content as well. Something that the button's going to say on the button itself. So change, there goes my spacebar again, color. There we go. And let's just say every time we change this, this background's going to go red, for instance, just for the sake of the video. So main stack panel, whoops, gotta do that again. Main stack panel dot background is the property, right? We're going to set it equals to, and what would you guess? My guess and what I tried was colors dot some color, red, for our instance. And you'll see we get this red squiggly. You're like, why doesn't that work? You know, why can't we change the background to color red? Because that's what I believe that we did with the background property of this element. Turns out that's not the case. If we highlight over here, we can say it's looking for a brush, not a color. I don't honestly know the difference between the two. I just know that it is required. So we do brush dot, or is it brushes dot, yeah, brushes dot, and then the color that we're looking for. So in our case, it is red. Now we get that red squiggly to go away. Let's go ahead and start it and show you that it works now after that button's clicked. let it load. You can see it's white right now, and then presumably after I hit this, it turns red. And you can have multiple buttons with multiple colors. I know in one app back in the day that I was working on, I had another window and it had squares of different colors, and if you clicked on that square, that became the background. Or maybe it was the font color or something like that. I don't remember why I made that. Maybe it was just a test or something, but that was something I did. But yeah, that is how you changed the background color and the code behind. You don't use colors, as one would probably assume. At least that's what I assumed. You actually use brushes, dot, and then the colors. So if I wanted to make it aqua like it was before, I can just change it to aqua. We'll hit start, and there you go. You can see it works. That's a cool color. I love that color. Anyway, guys, a quick video. Not too strenuous, not too hard to understand, but hopefully you find it useful in the future if you have that specific question, because I sure did. So, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and like I said, I'll try to get some more tutorials out on a more consistent basis. That's the goal. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next one.